The person in this photo tried the Tayyibat system, recovered completely, and stopped taking his blood pressure medication after 5 days of following the Tayyibat system. On the first day of following the Tayyibat system, he measured his blood pressure and found it to be high, so he took his blood pressure pill. On the second day, the same thing happened. He found his blood pressure to be high and took the pill. He continued doing this until the 5th day of following the Tayyibat system. When he measured his blood pressure on that day, he found it to be within the normal range, so he did not take his blood pressure medication. On the 7th day, he found that his blood pressure remained stable as well, so he did not take the medication. He is now on the 11th day without taking any blood pressure medication and continues to follow the Tayyibat system. The following are his words, addressed to the people who warn him against using the Tayyibat system and tell him that this system is not scientifically proven. It should be noted that according to him, this system has no harmful effects because it prohibits certain foods such as eggs, chicken, white flour and its products such as white bread and similar items, and black tea, soft drinks, onions, garlic, and all types of vegetables. Leafy vegetables, legumes such as fava beans and chickpeas and others, as well as dairy products and milk. At the same time, it allows the consumption of meats such as lamb, camel meat, and others, fish from sea, whole wheat bread, potatoes, rice, honey, all kinds of jam, and cooked yellow cheese. The 5 fundamental foods that are always permitted are rice, potatoes, sugar, olive oil, and dates. These may be consumed daily. As for the other permitted foods, they are allowed in moderation so that the immune system is not stimulated. Therefore, a person will neither die nor be harmed by abstaining from eggs, chicken, and similar foods. He says to the people who discourage him from following the Tayyibat system, "So, are you upset because I recovered?" People, something strange is happening, I swear. After the video in which I said, "Praise be to God, my blood pressure has been low, normal, and very good for the past 5 days. People came to speak to me and advise me, saying, "Haytham, what you're following is not scientifically proven." I am a man who has suffered from high blood pressure for 1.5 years. I had accepted and become convinced that this disease was chronic and that I would live with it for the rest of my life. I believed that I had to take this medication every morning, that I had no choice but to take blood pressure medication, in addition to other issues that might later appear in my lab tests, which we can talk about another time. Then the Tayyibat system came. Today, I am on my 11th day. From the 5th day onward, God blessed me, and my blood pressure dropped beautifully. Starting from the 5th day, it became approximately 120/80. Then, from the 7th and 8th days until today, throughout these last 5 days, all of my readings have remained within the normal range. My systolic blood pressure became lower than 120, and my diastolic blood pressure lower than 80. And today, here it is. Look at the picture of the blood pressure monitor. Today's reading was 115/71. So what am I supposed to do now? Should I say to my body, "Dear body, how dare you recover through something that is not scientifically proven?" Of course, according to that logic, I should go back to consuming the things that were making me ill, raise my blood pressure again, and wait until the scientific authorities approve of this theory. Only then would I be allowed to recover. And if they do not approve of it scientifically, then I suppose I must continue living as a sick person, so that the people of science and those who are unconvinced will not be upset. People, we have left the illness to you. Be sick if you wish, and let us recover in peace. There is no power and no strength except through Allah. At the end of the video, this person says that this experience is specific to him. It is possible that other people with high blood pressure may need more than 5 days before their blood pressure decreases and stabilizes. Some patients may begin to experience a drop in blood pressure only after 1 month or more of following the Tayyibat system. Therefore, blood pressure medication should continue to be used until the day comes when the blood pressure decreases and stabilizes. At that point, the patient stops taking the blood pressure medication.